So we're here at Oxford, Maryland at the Dock Sunset Grill. It's July 18th. We're getting ready. Hopefully the wind's a little fresh out of the south, but we're hoping for a good race today. But I have three of the sort of founding guys that are in the modern Smith Island Crab Skiff Association. I've got Sid Campen, John Pepe, and Bob Wallace here. And they are heavily involved. But Sid, why is the Crab Skiff Association important to you?
Well, it's important to carry on the tradition of the Smith Island crab skiffs, which fell out of favor after the Depression and really didn't come back in favor until the late 1900s, 1998, in fact. So it's important that we carry the tradition on, in my view.
So today, John, you passed the mic over. I just wondering what's your involvement and what are your thoughts about the preservation of the heritage of the crab skiffs?
Well, I got involved with the crab skiffs back in early 2000s when Chief Jim Borga, who was the chief of police in Oxford, resurrected the slippery eel, which was the Oxford crab skiff, for the second time. And I did some restoration work on it at that point. He campaigned it for about 3 or 4 years before he took ill. And after he had passed on, the skiff got out of the slippery eel. It somehow got away from Oxford. And in the right at the time of COVID, Sid Campen, who was one of the original plank holders of the eel, said, I think it's important we get the boat back here to town and get it restored so that we have the history of that boat and the race preserved for the future, so people know why it was done. So we restored the boat, got it back and restored it during COVID. And Sid and myself and a number of other people and a lot of investment and donations from the town restored the boat. Everybody was behind the project. We had a lot of fun with it. We won a lot of races. We're very competitive. And it's nice to see Bart and the new group carry on in the tradition. And we look forward to a bunch of years of watching the skiffs run again.
Thanks, John. So we have Bob Wallace here, and Bob owns an absolutely beautiful crab skiff, and slippery eel will be out today. We do have, like I said, a pretty strong wind out of the south, and we'll see if we have to postpone or hopefully not till tomorrow. But did you ever race against slippery eel?
Yes, I do.
And how'd that go?
I don't want to say I don't get in a fight here.
No, you could say it. Be honest.
I beat it.
You won. Okay. So you've got a beautiful boat on display here. You've got talk about a little about your boat and what the boat means to you.
Well, I've been with the association 15 years. I'm the treasurer and vice president. And I built the boat out of wood at bark on the trees, and it took me 3 years to build it. It's built out of mahogany and birch. And I've been racing it, and I was the champion in 2021.
So that boat is on display here today. Anybody wants to come down and see it, they can.
Yes, it is. It's in the parking lot.
So Sid, two names today are Dickie White and Doug Hanks. Can you talk about what they mean to crab skiff racing?
Well, they are really the reason that we're all here. Doug Hanks and Dickie White are the ones that got it all started. Dickie White built a crab skiff in 1993 based on the designs that he found of the original Captain Law's Tyler skiffs. Law's Tyler built a bunch of these boats back in the late 1900s, 1920. And as you know, the history of those, they were used for soft crabbing between Smith Island and Tangier Island. Dickie White he built some of the prettiest work boats we've ever seen around here. He was a master craftsman. And he built a boat for himself called the Salty Eel. And the Salty Eel was a replica of an original Law's Tyler Smith Island skiff. That was in 1993. He worked for Bates Marina here in Oxford. And so one of the people that was really interested in bay boats and was a sailor named Doug Hanks. And Doug and Dickie became good friends. And they would get together on Saturday mornings at Bates Marina where Dickie worked. And they attracted a group of guys that got together every Saturday morning. I'd like to say, to be kind to them, that it was like a coffee clutch, but it was maybe there was a coffee pot, but it was more of a 10 ounce Budweiser clutch. These guys all got together, and during the course of their getting together, they decided that in order to promote crab skiffs, Smith Island crab skiffs, they needed to build a boat and have a challenge race. Racing would be a way to promote the interest in these skiffs. So they came up with the idea of challenging Crisfield for a race, and you have, I think, a copy of the letter that they sent to the curator of the Crisfield Museum, challenging Crisfield to a race, and so thus became the slippery eel. They designed and built the slippery eel, and Crisfield, a fellow by the name of Mark Good, who had a marina there in Crisfield, designed and built a boat called the Renegade Crab, and they were the two boats that competed in the Crisfield Crab Derby race in 1998. These boats were built in late 1997, and the race was in 1998. I would suggest that the slippery eel would be the right flyer of the resurrection of crab skiffs, because that was the boat that started the challenge. And after that race, which unfortunately Oxford lost badly to Mark Good and the Renegade Eel, we all thought that they had tweaked the engine beyond the 20 horsepower. Mark Good maintains it was all a matter of tweaking the propeller, and might have been right because his father was a master guy on designing and propeller and shafts and running gear for boats. Anyway, that gave rise to the Smith Island Crab Skiff Association, which is why we're all here now. So the reason that we're here today is to pay tribute to Doug Hanks and Dickie White, who started it all. They're the Wright brothers of the Crab Skiff Association.
Thanks. Hey, John, a year from now, what would you hope would be your vision for the Crab Skiff Association?
Well, as always, we like to see the association put on as many races as possible. Obviously, one of the things that we are up against is our drivers and owners are aging out. Um, we have guys that have been in this thing a long time, put a lot of dedication and time into their boats, and it gets to a point where you just can't run the boats anymore because it's tough getting in and out of them. So physically, it's very demanding. I'm hoping, seeing what Bart's done with it, with his new group and the younger people that are getting involved, that we can see more races, we can see more boats come into this thing. Several boats that have been sitting for years get restored. Uh, it's all good stuff. You know, the every year that we have races, the more it promotes what we're doing with the Smith Island Crab Skip Association,
Thanks, John.
and it's good for us. I did want to clear up two things. One was about the challenge race. Well, apparently we were going to have a challenge race today, and I got a call from Paul Emley from Crisfield, who heard that there were 4 or 5 boats showing up here. He was actually going to sport the original livery of the Renegade Crab, and we were going to have a challenge race to commemorate 1998. Well, apparently Paul got so scared he didn't show up. Uh,
Is that the way Crisfield guys behave?
not, not necessarily.
I'm joking.
No,
I'm
no, they
kidding.
usually show up with shotguns in their trucks.
I get you.
No, but Paul had some mechanical problems, and hopefully we can have this challenge race in Crisfield. The second thing I wanted to clear up, and I know Bob's getting a little age on him, and things happen to your mind, but the very first race I ran in the Eel in Tall Timbers, I think the quote in Prop Talk was, John Pepe took off and never looked back. And that was my first race that I won. I'm just ribbing Bob. We trade back and forth. We have a lot. If we couldn't do this for fun, why are we here?
Right.
And thank you for being here and doing this for us.
Thanks, John. Hey, Bob, my final question, I'm trying to see if the skiffs are coming, but my final question is, if you were to look on our social media page, which is Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and you said, I want to build a skiff. I want to put an engine in it. I want to put a prop in it. I want to know how to run it. Do you think these guys that are yourself and everybody else would support them so that they could get boats out on the water that are competitive?
I would hope so, and there's a lot of people have a lot of knowledge on how to build the boats, including me, and more than happy to give help where needed and help them build these boats. There is a kit available for them, so there's a way to build the boat with instructions. So it is available and something that's doable.
So, so this is a growth year, and we're hoping that by over the course of the winter, we refine our processes, we make things better, and we have more races next year. You guys all good with that?
Yes, we are. That's what we
6
want.
races next year would be good, huh? All right. And do we want any on the western shore? Are those guys real good watermen, or should we just skip it?
Well, here again, Bob, tell them the logistic problems for the Western Shore.
The problem with people on the Western Shore is it's just to get to Oxford, it's like 140 miles one way. And time you tow up here and you're here 4 or 5 hours and tow back, it gets to be a very long, tiresome day. So, excuse me. So, trying to keep people that are concentrated together at a one geographical location and keep it racing that way, they're more than welcome to come up and race. We would love to have them. Just come on up.
So if you go to www.crabskiffracing.com, you can find a lot of information that'll help you to learn about the Crab Skiff Association, to contact us so you can get boat plans and get a skiff out on the water. It's not just about racing. It's about the heritage of the Chesapeake Bay watermen and women who were out there 100 years ago in the earliest skiffs with sails and dip nets going for the doublers. And Sid, thank you for explaining the other day the whole doubler thing. And we'll be talking during the race. Like I said, we're getting closer. The Coast Guard is a partner in this evolution. They're on scene in their patrol boat as required by our safety plan. And thank you very much for sharing with us, guys.
I want to thank Keith for everything he's done here, putting this together, and
Wait a minute, repeat that. Take that microphone.
sorry to interrupt. I want to say,
As the watermen say about catching doublers, doublers are like looking for love in all the wrong places.